How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be expanding our brand new Pale Garden Village here in the custom biome by building a pale oak lumber store. If you haven't watched the other ones, you know I've been chopping down a bunch of these trees, so let's hop right in and sit back, relax, and watch me build this thing. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little montage of the outer construction of this build, and fortunately for you, we are far from done, so there's a lot more to unpack here, but really liking how the overall shape has taken place. I did build this thing in creative mode, just at least the shell, to see kind of what I liked and if it was going to work in space, and I really like what I ended up doing with it in the survival world, getting a little more creative with it and everything like that. But here we have the attic, which I do end up filling in quite a bit a little later. And it's really just going to end up being more of a storage area for overflow of my inventory because, as you know, this is going to be my pale oak wood store or shop, so to speak. But to add to the realism, I went outside under that little overhang, and I decided to build in some shelving for the various logs, which I used extinguished campfires to accomplish that look, which I think looks really, as realistic as you're going to get whenever it comes to, lumber storage out here in Minecraft. Decided to fill in the ground underneath here with some coarse dirt, which I think I'm going to texture a little bit more at a later time, but probably off camera. But I like the look of that a little bit better for now. Added in a couple of those other shelves here with some more campfires, which, like I said, really adds to the overall look and feel of the whole outdoor area here. Now heading into the interior, I'm not liking these torches, so we're going to get rid of those guys and toss in a couple of lanterns. I like lanterns over torches pretty well always, but now it's time to tackle this floor, which is quite hideous right now. So I decided to use these beehives to use this kind of wooden plank texture that you don't really get with any of the other wood in the game, and I really like how it turned out. But now it's time to get some shelves to put the products on, and by doing that, we're going to be using chests. And what kind of store would this be if it didn't have a counter for the cashier to be standing behind. So go ahead and use these dark oak slabs to create the counter, and I really like the dark look to it. Now we are upstairs in the attic, and I am adding in that extra storage for overflow supplies, as I mentioned before, which I like having this upstairs portion just to have some extra room. But as you can see, I had quite the overflow of pale oak logs from just expanding out this village here. But now it's time to decorate the outside a little bit, because it was looking a little bit plain, so I decided to put this little outdoor shelf or planter box with a couple of dark oak, or the pale oak, saplings. And I was deciding on if I liked this little shutter look with the pale oak trapdoors, and I did end up deciding that I do like it, so I tossed it on all 4 of the windows on the front and back, and I really like how it turned out. I also added in these signs with my different inventory items with their prices. I think we're going to start using diamonds as currency here on the server. But here you can see just a little bit of the separation I have of the different inventory. Tossed in a couple more lanterns and took a look around the room, really liking how it's shaping up. Decided I needed a sign out front to let people know who owns the store and what we're selling. So decided on Woody's Lumber Store. As you know from the previous video on the server, I named the other shop the Creaky's Resin Shop. So trying to keep the Woody and Creaking or Pale Garden related names for all these different shops and stores, because I just think it's cooler that way. Tossed in a stone cutter outside as I saw. Added a little bit of a pale oak sapling here in between the menu board, so to speak, just because it felt like it added a little bit of character, and then labeled all of the different chests. Tossed that painting actually back behind there, which I honestly think gives a little bit of a cool touch to the whole interior here. Let me know if you guys like that or not. I just thought it was a little bit better than just having the plain old spruce wood behind it, but really liking how it's all shaping up here, and just kind of doing the little nitpicky stuff now. So I went ahead and tossed some signs here on the counter, and that's going to wrap up this part of the video. Now we're just going to take a little bit of a walk around the thing, showcase everything off, and really like how this one turned out. I want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think of this thing. I really liked the integration of the pale oak wood without going completely overboard. I tried to use the same kind of tactic with the resin shop. Here you can see all of the different inventory items. Still going to be filling these out. I want to make sure that I have at least a full double chest of each item that I want, or at least with the miscellaneous one, I want to have at least a row of each. So definitely going to be working on expanding some things out, but overall, really liking how it's turning out. We'll go up here, take a look at the finished attic, and I know it's not a whole lot, but it gets the job done. It's going to add some extra storage if need be, but that's going to pretty much wrap up the interior here. Now let's just take a look around the village so far. So we have that new lumber store, and then if you missed this video, please go back and check it out. I'll probably leave a little link to this up in the corner if you want to go watch that video. But really like how this interior turned out. It's a lot more quirky and more like, it gives me Halloween vibes just with the orange and the the hanging moss and everything. And I really like how it turned out, and I think this place is starting to really take shape. Let me know what you think the next building here in the village is going to be in the comments as well, because I do have quite a few ideas. So maybe let me know what you want to see in the comments. I'm planning on either doing a potion store or potentially even a statue of the Creaking. I'm not sure quite yet. So let me know what you want to see here in the village, and I'll be sure to take that into account for you. But I do appreciate you guys for tuning into this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and leave a like and drop a comment for what you want to see next. Open to suggestions and always looking to find some new things to build, and any cool ideas I'm well open to. So I'll catch you guys in the next one, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.